I did think about it over the weekend, and I don't think we should give up our jobs.
Well, then Emily's not going to sign the divorce papers.
Look, I don't think we're getting the full story here. If Emily really doesn't want Maxine, why did she suddenly come back?
I don't know. I don't care.
We have to. Okay, we need to understand so that when Maxine grows up, we can explain it to her. But the reason why I don't agree is that Emily shouldn't be treating Maxine like some sort of commodity.
She has become a monster.
And something happened to turn her that way. We shouldn't just take the deal.
How's Khalid feeling?
I think he's coming down with the flu.
His immunity must be weak. I told him to sleep earlier.
He said you switched on the aircon. He was freezing the whole night.
You had the aircon on last night, but it was raining.
It was hot to me, okay?
The other day you said you had a dizzy spell. Now you're having hot flashes.
They're not flashes. I'm hot all the time.
And grumpy.
Could you be perimenopausal?
I can't be heading to menopause.
Yeah, she's not that old.
Women start perimenopause at different ages. Some experience changes in their 30s.
Maybe you should get a checkup.
There's no need. I know my body. It's not perimenopause.
So you won't leave KSUH? That's besides the point. Emily, do you really want to do this to Maxine?
I thought you had no problems leaving KSUH. Isn't that what you said, James?
Maxine's always going to remember you as the mother who abandoned her. Doesn't matter what we do, what we say, she's going to know you never loved her.
You're wasting my time. Do you want a divorce or not?
Yeah, I accept the deal. At least Maxine will be with the one parent who still loves her.
And what about you?
I know you and James have had your differences, but you can't do this.
Yes or no?
Here, another careless mistake. Did you bother checking this before you submitted it?
Sorry, I was distracted last night. My wife was working late, so I had to take care of the twins.
We are meeting Rai Sinatra this afternoon. One of the most successful entrepreneurs in Asia. He doesn't care about your personal life, and neither do I.
I'll go through it again.
Forget it. Just go. I'll fix it. Oh.
Is this some kind of new yoga pose?
I'm a little dizzy.
Oh.
No, I'm fine, Are those the updates for the GFPH app?
Yeah. Can you look through them by the end of the day?
I'll try. Just leave it here.
Okay.
Dewi? How come? Okay, I'll come back now.
Something wrong?
Cik Adina is having another meltdown.
About what?
Who can tell? She's shouting and throwing things around and it's scaring Khalid. I have to go.
You sure you're gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Hello, Jessica. So what was so important that you want to see me?
I have some information that may interest you. It appears that your CEO and Deputy CEO have been very busy in Vietnam. According to my sources, they gave out incentives to ensure that KSUH won bids on projects.
Incentives?
Bribes.
Well, all these photos prove is that they met with potential partners.
Take a closer look at the files, and you will find unusually high expense claims. And there are also invoices for purchases of properties and jewelry that were later gifted to said partners.
Wow. You've been hard at work, Jessica.
Well, since you were recently jailed for corruption, I thought that the last thing you would want is for your top executives to be arrested for the same crime. Think of what that would do to the company's reputation.
Oh, so you're doing this for the good of KSUH. That's very considerate.
Naturally. So, given this evidence, I think that the best thing you can do is to remove Ananya as CEO.
And I presume you have a replacement in mind.
Yo.
Oh. You know, I really have to hand it to you. Out of all the Shelley wives, you're the most resourceful. But I'll take more than that to force my hand.
You're keeping Ananya on as CEO?
Well, let's just say you're not the only one with a plan. But thank you for doing all the legwork for me.
Morning, Ella. Morning, Buggy Boo.
You have a breakfast?
Nope. We have a breakfast delivery for a special someone.
Yes, we made sweet potato for baby Don.
I don't think you like it. But it's Cece's signature baby dish.
We loved it when he was a baby, and he was one fussy baby.
My birth-son had a very developed palate.
I'm sure it's delicious, Celia, but I don't think Dawn is ready to try more solid foods.
We gave her porridge last night.
And?
She almost choked.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You were working. I didn't want you to worry.
What's this?
Proof that your deputy has been bribing associates in Vietnam.
That's ridiculous.
Photos, receipts, documents, enough to put James Shelley behind bars for a very long time.
Yeah, so why don't you?
Because I have a win-win proposal.
What do you want?
Break up with James and never see him again, and all of this will go away.
Unbelievable. You would fabricate evidence and destroy a man's life just to get what you want?
No, I didn't fabricate a thing. Now, if you don't believe I can get James arrested, you can roll the dice. So what's it gonna be? Break up with James or watch him go to jail?
Neither. I will not be blackmailed by anyone. I will take full responsibility. I will tell the authorities that I made James do it. He acted under duress. It was all me.
Ananya, you can't do that.
Watch me.
Think about what you're giving up here. How hard you worked just to get here. You're the CEO of KSUH.
Not anymore. I quit.
Ananya, you're making a mistake.
Everyone, I have an announcement to make. With immediate effect, I will be stepping down as company CEO. We'll talk later.
Shen, working again?
Free clinic is my project. I have to see it through.
Even if it means not being able to see your family? Look, don't be the guy who's so busy bringing home the bacon that you've got no time to actually sit down and eat the bacon with your family.
And you know all about this.
Sure, son. However crazy things get at KSUH, I always make time for Cece because no matter how much she needs bacon, she also needs the support of a man.
You're right.
I am?
Yeah. My father was never around when I was growing up. My mother practically raised me and my brother alone. I want to put that kind of stress on her lah.
Yeah. Parenting only works when you're together. You get it? Together.
I'll go tell Ella that I'm joining them for dinner. No more working day.
That was your plan? Getting Ananya to resign? Funny, because it bears a remarkable resemblance to my plan.
What do you want, Jessica?
I want you to fire James.
You know what? I won't fire him.
Oh, all right. I know you want to keep him around so you can mess with him. That's fine. I know you're not going to offer him the CEO position anyway.
Yeah, you're right, I don't.
Well, there's someone waiting in the wings, ready to take over.
You want to appoint Yoke? Fine. She's got the job. I hope you don't regret this.
How's she?
I managed to calm her down for now, but Khalid was pretty shaken.
It's hard for him to see his nene like that. How is his cold?
It's gone. I think he was using it as an excuse to get out of school.
I will have a chat with him.
I already did that and gave him extra homework.
Syirah, slow down.
I can't. I have to rush back to the office. There's still a lot to do before my meeting. Thanks for lunch.
Sure.
Oh.
Syirah? Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's nothing. Just another dizzy spell.
Come. We are going to the doctor now.
No, I have to get back to work.
It can wait. You don't want to be passing out during a meeting, do you? Come on, let's go.
Jules, I heard what you said to Shen just now. I'm so proud of you. So wise, so mature. Do you want to have a baby?
Here? Now?
Of course not. I meant, how would you feel about being a father?
Can you still?
It's too late for that. But we could adopt.
But I thought you weren't comfortable with having more kids.
That was the old Celia Shelley. Now, I'm Celia Dakota, married to a wonderful husband who'd make a wonderful father. What do you say? Think about it.
You mentioned that you had been experiencing migraines?
On and off. Could that be the cause of her dizziness?
It's possible. People with a history of migraines do experience vestibular migraines too.
It couldn't have been a migraine. I didn't have a headache.
Vestibular migraines don't always cause headaches. In fact, the main symptoms of vestibular migraines are dizziness, a loss of balance, and a feeling of unsteadiness in your feet.
That's what happened to you.
From your records, it seems you report these migraines in the middle of the month. Would that coincide with your period?
Yes. But how is that relevant?
If the dizzy spells come around the same time as your period, it could mean that you're entering perimenopause. Have you been noticing any other irregularities?
No.
Yes, she's been feeling very warm lately.
So you've been having hot flashes, and that is probably perimenopause.
Syirah was right.
How long does this perimenopause last? A few months?
More like a few years. Perimenopause has been known to last between 2 to 8 years.
That long?
I'm afraid so. But the good news is that the symptoms come and go, so you don't have to constantly deal with them.
Is there any medication that she can take to stop the dizziness?
I'll prescribe vestibular suppressants for the migraines. That should help with the dizziness and the motion sensitivity. But your body's undergoing changes, so it would be best that you avoid triggering the migraines in the first place.
How?
Reduce the amount of stress in your lifestyle. You can also consider taking a few days off to recuperate. I can write you an MC if you need one.
But...
yes, that would be great. Thank you, doctor.
Okay.
Me? CEO?
Well, the board still needs to give its approval, but with my endorsement and Michael's recommendation, it's as good as done.
I don't understand. Why me? And what happened to Ananya?
Why don't you go ask your mother? She'll fill you in all the details.
Rai, I am so sorry for cancelling last minute. I wasn't feeling well and had to go to the doctor's. I emailed you the proposal. Could we reschedule a meeting for another day? At your convenience, of course. I see. Sure. We'll get together on your next visit to Singapore then.
Have you heard? Ananya has stepped down as CEO and Yoke has replaced her.
What the hell happened?
How should I know? I heard it from Sherman. James and Ananya are not picking up their phones.
You're a board member. Don't they tell you anything?
Don't get snippy with me. This is probably Jessica's doing. She's always wanted York to be CEO.
Who knows what you did to make it happen?
They announced York's appointment as CEO when the board hasn't even officially voted on it.
Must be that blasted Charles Kwan. Only he has the arrogance to do something like that.
Between him and Jessica, what is going to happen to KSUH?
Well, I'll be damned if I let them destroy what it took decades to build up.
Hey.
Hey, I just heard the news. Is it true? Did you really resign? What happened? What did James say?
Can we not talk about this now?
I just want to know if you're okay.
Yo, congratulations.
Jessica, what's going on? How did I become CEO? What did you do?
When are you going to stop selling yourself short? You earned this position. In fact, we should be celebrating. Why don't I come to KSUH later and we can get you settled into your new office?
Sure. Where are you anyway?
Just having drinks with an old friend. I'll see you later.
Was that York?
She's still in shock about being named CEO.
Well, a toast to the new CEO.
Finally, after all these years, I've gotten what I've always wanted.
Now that York's position at KSUH is secure, you can finally relax.
Relax? Richard, this is just the beginning.
Of what?
With KSUH under my control, I now have the perfect avenue to grow my little enterprise.
You mean the business you used to run with Alan?
Now that he's gone, it's time to expand our operations and increase our profitability.
Jessica, the risks are so much higher now. Are you sure about this? Are Elizabeth and Hawk on board with this?
Those two will do whatever I tell them to.
Kenneth, I'm fine.
That's not what he said.
Hey. I was meant to text you, but I just...
Tough day, huh? Hey, it's all right. Okay, you don't have to tell me what happened if you're not ready. But whatever it is, I'm on your side.
I know.
Hello, darling. Ready for dinner?
Cece, York CEO of KSUH.
Louis, have you heard? York is the new CEO of KSUH.
Really? What happened to Ananya?
She resigned.
I didn't even know York wanted the job.
This has Jessica's fingerprints all over it. I bet you she got to Charles and forced him into giving York the position.
Can I pray for that?
How dare they take your position and give it to York?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mom? I don't want the job. Yes, I've tried it and I'm happy without it.
Cece, look, as his mother, you need to let go and move on.
Yeah, but
what's more important? Some silly title or your son's happiness?
My son's happiness.
That's right. Look, if you're going to adopt a child, you need to focus on their needs and not your own. Unless you want to end up like Jessica. Oh, yeah, and when you say adopt, do you mean like a little baby, or do you mean like that overgrown bro-son baby?
How could Charles have evidence of me bribing somebody when it never happened? Okay, he's gone too far.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go give him a piece of my mind and resign from KSUH.
So Charles wins?
I've had enough to hear with the Kwans in that toxic place. It ruined my life, now it's ruining yours.
Hey. You can't give up on KSUH. Your father built the company from the ground up, okay? And as much as it drives you crazy, you cannot walk away from your family legacy.
So you expect me to keep working with a guy who's using bogus evidence to blackmail you?
I don't think Charles is the mastermind behind this. It's not his style.
Well, it's not him, then who is it?
I don't know. But I'm certain somebody else is pulling the strings, and the only way to find out who it is if you stay in KSUH.
So you gave up your whole career for me?
Yeah. Don't let it get to your head.
Welcome to your new office, Yo. I told you you would get here. Yeah. Go on, take your rightful place. You know, we should get an interior designer in here. The sooner the better.
It's okay. We don't need to make major changes. And we should probably wait for Ananya to come and collect her things.
Why bother? Just get someone in here to throw the whole lot out. You have to send a clear signal to everyone that you are in charge. And now that you've achieved your dream, you mustn't let anything slow you down.
I'm only acting CEO. The board still needs to vote on it.
Oh, they'll vote for you. I'm so proud of you, Yo. I waited long enough for this day to come.
You're not tendering your resignation?
You're firing me?
Well, I presume since you're so used to hiding behind Ananya's skirt, that you'd be following suit and resigning as well.
Well, I presumed you're so good at fabricating fake evidence that you would have found some other reason to fire me.
I have no intention of banishing you from my side. Keeping you around means I get to keep tabs on you and Ananya.
Great. Then I get to be an eyesore to you. I'm gonna enjoy it. I believe this is all still mine.
Oh, yes. Of course. But, yeah, we'll see how long I'll stay that way.